Hi, my name's Austin, and this is Dungeons and Dracon Beams. And you made it back. We're glad you didn't get a Yeerk in your ear and controlled.
I don't think they can say that if they don't give us $1.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wait a second.
Statistically, almost everyone has a Yeerk in their head.
They
as far as we
tricked
know.
us. There's only one way to not know it. We already said it. Give us $1 on Patreon. Dungeons and Dracon. MilkYourFriends.com.
Artificialhooves.com.
Yeah. Hey, Nate, what'd you do since last I talked to you?
Been playing a lot of Zelda.
Yeah?
Man.
Get anything cool on there?
Yeah. Tons of stuff.
Oh, that's cool. What'd you do, Jenna?
Oh man, yesterday I dressed up like a cowboy all day, and did a chuck wagon cookout. So that's why I am very tired right now.
It's
Did any-
been having.
Was the food amazing?
Yeah, it was really fucking good.
All right.
I mean, I made it, so I'm a little biased, but
Chuck wagon.
You know.
It's
okay.
always amazing.
yeah, we made chicken fried steak and
Ooh.
yeah, bunch of stuff. Big old pot of beans.
Beans.
You gotta have a big old pot of beans in a chuck wagon.
Did a British guy cook the beans?
No,
He said it was pot of beans.
A pot of
Never mind.
beans and toast. Get some toast from Hey, Alex.
Hey,
What's up?
now what's up with you?
Nothing, you know. I'm just here. I was gonna do some D&DB today.
Yeah.
I'm still
Oh, yeah?
might.
What's
Still
that?
might. It's Dungeons and Dracon Beams, or Dracon Beams, or Dracon Beams,
Dracon Beams?
or
Dracon
a
beans.
pot of beans.
Draken.
A pot of
Dracon
beans.
Dungeons and a
Beans.
pot of beans. For me, mother. Thank
That's the new
you.
show. That's the new cooking show we're doing.
What a start. Did you guys
Yeah.
know that on the 17th I'm gonna go on Art Corner. I'm gonna be a special guest on Art Corner.
God, no way.
Yeah, with
Holy
Casey
heck.
and Alex and Emily.
I know Casey
Special.
and Emily.
Do you?
Yeah.
They let me be on there. So
Oh, that's awesome. They're great. You're gonna have fun.
guess what? Oh yeah, guess what I'm gonna do?
Draw a corner, son.
Nope, that's Tim.
I just thought you maybe wanted to be like Tim for once.
I do, but somebody told me just stop trying to be like other people and just be myself. So I'm gonna draw a pot of beans. I want to draw a pot of beans on Art Corner.
Hey, Austin, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you say, at my signal, unleash hell?
At my signal, you unleash hell, you bastard.
No, come
Oh
on.
boy. Ugh.
No.
Say it regular.
Yeah.
Say it again. I gotta hear it again.
At my signal, unleash hell.
At my signal, unleash hell.
Yeah, it's exact. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's only one more thing that I have to talk about, and that's
Beans.
nope. Pot beans is done. We've unleashed hell. The beans is gone.
We've unleashed beans.
We've unleashed beans. The beans is hell.
And somehow now you're Michael Caine.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Michael Caine.
Mr. Wayne. So,
Okay.
did you know that this here show has been going on for 2 years? 2 of them. So, you know what? Let's do something special on that anniversary, which as you all know, is July 25th. July. 25 days in of it. And we're going to do a stream, and it's going to be a special episode. And if you don't like it, well, that's okay. It doesn't hurt. Won't hurt me. I won't be sad at night.
I will be.
Alex will be. Me?
I'm gonna get really angry about it.
Nate's going another way. He's going to get pissed off. What emotion are you going to have, Jenna?
I was thinking about bringing some apathy to this.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Yeah, like, oh, you don't come? That's fine.
I want to
No,
bring.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah. That's kind of the wrong energy. Yeah.
I want to bring empathy. Like, oh, okay, I get it.
I understand.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
understand why you didn't come.
I suck. And then,
No. That's not
No,
empathy. That's
Austin,
clothing.
we collectively suck together.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why.
Exactly.
well,
That's fucking teamwork.
you know what doesn't suck?
Leaf blower.
Yeah, it blows.
Well, it does have an intake in the back, so it does actually technically suck.
Fuck.
Oh my
It
god.
sucks and blows. Best of both worlds. You
Wow.
mix it all together, and you know it's best of both.
Do you guys ever play Suck and Blow when you were teens?
Oh, I
You
don't know what
pardon?
that means.
With the
Oh,
card
okay.
or the
You get a
orange.
card.
Yeah.
and then you have to pass it from your mouth to the next person's, and you can't drop it, or else you'll kiss. Oh no!
Oh crap! I hope I don't stand
Oh,
by
is that what
somebody
you're supposed
I
to do?
like.
I thought you just blew really hard into your friend's mouth.
I hope not.
That was
Not in the age of COVID.
no, God, no. This was the '90s.
Yeah. Well,
Did you have a surge?
2000.
You know what else was in the '90s? Animorph.
That's true.
Yep. You know what else was in the 90s? Alex, do the recap.
Previously on Dungeons and Dracon Beams. It was Gabriel's first week at Baskin Robbins, and today was his first day working on his own, not under the supervision of anyone. He was so excited to finally be trusted, so excited to be earning money. He knew this job was made for him when his first week was the Spider-Man flavor, because Spider-Man was his favorite superhero. Clearly this was his destiny. Plus, this was how he was going to pay for his first car, and he knew exactly what car, too. A bright yellow Mustang. He had wanted one ever since he was a little kid, and his dad showed him in his car magazine. He had posters all over his bedroom. As he grabbed the disinfectant spray and the wipe cloths from the closet, he could see that shiny yellow paint as if it were real before his very eyes. And as he approached the condiment bar, the yellow of his daydreams turned a little brown and red, and oh no. What happened? What fresh hell had been wrought before his eyes? Who had done this? Rudy sat on his butt in an empty area of the mall parking lot, nursing his knee. He had been practicing his ollie, and he was so close to getting it, but not this time. He had fallen again. The mall door swinging open caught his attention, and he looked over to make sure nobody had just seen that. His eyes widened as he saw Zac. Zac from TikTok. He was only 10 now, but his goal was that pretty soon he was going to be good enough to skate, just like Zac. He was with some other kids, and one of them had a drone? Oh, they're probably going to make super cool, amazing, awesome videos of the best tricks. Rudy heard, "Come on, get up. We gotta go home before we're late and Mom gets mad," as his older brother skated over and pulled him up. Leading the way back to his neighborhood, he spared a look behind him, and as the drone took off, Zac walked away. All eyes, Taxon, Ged, Horpager, Human, looked up as the massive blade ship rose impossibly into the sky through the open forest floor. The gaping chasm that split the earth was mind-blowing, and it seemed impossible to watch that giant battle-axe-shaped ship move so dexterously. It was an incredible sight to all who watched its belly pull further away, and for the few who had the luxury of a high-tech drone, the view from above was no less breathtaking and terrifying. Nearby in an impossibly dark room sat a ship, dead to the world. In fact, everything in this area was supernaturally still. In the vacuum of regular noise, a sound that would otherwise be impossible to hear was the only hint that this was not a still image paused on some sort of wild 3D movie set. A thrumming noise running through a single pipe into the ship. There were other things there, within the ship, of course not detectable by the human eye or ear. Strings crossing, pressure sensors, motion detectors, shock waves, and then with a sudden flash from the door, a moth had dared wander through a Gleet biofilter, and then it fell to the floor, only a few specks of dust. Chad sat quietly by as his new friend, companion, Bart, had a heated discussion with Savannah. He was trying to pretend not to hear, but honestly, they were right there. He tried to tune out that Bart was mad that he hadn't given him the morphing power, and her explanation that there was apparently some other source on the planet that had morph tech. He really wasn't sure what to think of Savannah asking Bart to be more open about his feelings. It seemed kind of unfair when she was being so secretive. But he definitely didn't hear that or think that. It was a relief to finally break off from them and not have to pretend to be alone any... Hey, where did Bart go? Arriving at the address that Xander had provided, Zac got ready to go. They had talked this plan over so many times.
And now it was up to me. And Max. Both of us. I waddled into the completely normal-looking kitchen. Man, it would have been nice to be something slightly more dignified than a freaking duck, but oh well. Xander was standing there looking at me, now as if it wasn't totally weird that I had called him out using thought speak, and then stood in his kitchen, changing from a duck to a human. I guess if you're like a weird robot hologram guy, it's not weird to change. Then I followed him in the basement. Max was telling everybody else what was going on through ThoughtSpeak, but when the floor lurched under my feet and the ceiling started to drop away, it was nerve-wracking. I know Cameron, Dylan, and Savannah were ready to rush in, but how would they even get to us down here? Too late to worry about that now. When the door, or hologram, or whatever, opened in front of us, it was even more confusing. There were, dogs? So many freaking dogs, and trees, and bugs, and more of these robot dudes. What was this place? Xander continued to invite us in, and I was already here, so what was one more step? Xander pulled up this, bubble around us of quiet and calm, which was insane considering how loud the dogs had just been a second before. And then he started to, basically show us a movie. It was horrifying. It was the history of his people, the Pamelites, something like that. They were hunted, they were killed, we saw them slaughtered in front of us. We saw as they escaped on the ship with the Chi, their toys basically, and then when they realized that the Howlers had infected them with some sort of plague thing, we saw them die off. Honestly, terrible movie, 0 of 10 stars. Then he asked us for help. It's sort of hard to say no when someone shows you something like that, but I did manage to hold off and say I would ask the others. Which Xander totally picked up on, and fuck, now he knows about the others. Too late now. This other asshole dude came in, his name is Eric or something. He started picking a fight with Xander, and it sounds like, honestly, they really do need our help. They can't fight, they can't do anything, even though they're more advanced technologically than even the Andalites. Because they've got this weirdly contradictory programming that seems to basically be the trolley problem on a loop. They can't do violence or let violence happen unless it's multi-step violence. I guess, who knows. Anyways, Eric was an asshole, and at that point I had enough time, I had enough to take back to the rest of the team. We took the elevator, and as it was rising, I heard a tiger roar, which, that couldn't be good. So then Kombucha's hair sprouted across my arms.
Tina was happily snuffling around the kitchen after a refreshing run around the yard that he owned. He was debating a nap in his best bed or a nice run around the house when a giant furry monstrosity broke through the door. Tino immediately peed everywhere, a mix of terror and trying to send every doggy signal imprinted deeply into his DNA not to hurt him. It ran right at one of his servants, and they had to restrain the beast. It was so loud. Then a cat flew through the door. It seemed to Tino like it really flew. Tino ignored cats because they were not fun to play with, but this one was the biggest one he had ever seen. It clawed its way down Tino's servant's body, but as always, this was handled for him. He decided that since everything was good here, his barking was not going to help further, and a nap was in order. He trotted away. His happy little tippy taps were obfuscated by the basement door slamming open on its hinges and a blue and tan four-legged creature with a long tail bursting out behind him. Tino settled down into his bed and sighed as another one of his servants came out carrying a big, furry, human creature, and then he closed his eyes and drifted off. After the encounter with the Chi, the humanimals mostly demorphed and met up in the woods behind Xander's house. Shaken up by the info dump and the sheer power of this species to restrain two of Earth's biggest predators without breaking a sweat, they decided to call it a night, but when discussing the next time they had to meet up for a mission, Dylan brought up that something had been weighing on her. Her father's... He was really excited about this big meeting at work, and based on what he had found, most likely he was going to reveal the location of the mothership trying to cloak. It seemed likely he was about to be yeerked. The humanimals throw around plans, ideas, bad jokes, but the screws are tightened as they have to decide what to do within 24 hours. When they finally do morph to bird and begin to head towards their houses, Zac throws out all of the information about the Chi on top of everything else. With nothing solved and being desperate for sleep, they head their separate ways. Dylan to her house, Zac to his, Cameron to Pacific Towers, Exemily and Savannah to the cabin. But Dylan makes a pit stop on the way, her own desperate last resort to get her dad to drop everything, even if it was at her own expense. And that's where we are now.
You know how it is. I gotta say it. Awesome job. Dylan. You fly through the sky. The sun just starting to sink into the mountains. The buildings below you just geometrical shapes shooting past. But you see every detail of every shingle. Dozens of people spread out through the neighborhoods. An old dark-skinned woman takes off her gardening gloves and wipes sweat off her brow after tending to her sky lupine. A man hurries out the door and off the porch to her side, and he hands her a glass of ice-cold lemonade. You can see the condensation. You can see the condensation starting to form on the glass. She takes a drink and smiles, and they hold each other as they admire her work. As this baggie is in your talon, as you fly through the air, what's going on in Dylan's head, and where is she headed?
Dylan is headed home. And pretty much what's going through her head is just that she doesn't want to use Plan B at all.
I mean, as you keep moving, looking over your fairly new city, and being in the air looking down, it's a little bit harder to get your bearings. So can you roll me a survival check?
Sure.
And this can use Dylan's or the bird's.
Okay.
You keep flying, and not wanting to use Plan B is racing through your head, and as it does, you glance down again, and you see a girl riding her bike, standing, pedaling hard. There's a jump rope tied to where the seat connects to the frame, and at the end of the jump rope is a younger girl on a skateboard, wearing knees and elbow pads and a helmet that's definitely too big for her. Both of them laughing at every swerve and bump that they run into. There's a mixture of adrenaline and fear to them, but they're young, so that combination is just fun. You shake that thought and you stare ahead. You locate familiar landmarks and make your way back home. What do you do when you get there?
I think that she's gonna land. She's gonna see if her dad is home first.
The car is there.
All right, and then she's gonna land sort of like by the shed, as far away from his window as possible, and try to make sure that there's no way that he can see her.
Just go ahead and give me a perception check as you look up there and look around and just gather your surroundings. As you look around, you do see Samus, but she runs into her doghouse, and it looks like her owners aren't home. They just let her out in the backyard right now. but you don't see your dad like peeking out the window or anything like that.
All right, and then she's going to demorph when she's sure that nobody can see her.
Yeah, you huddle down behind the shed in like a little nook, and you start to demorph. So normally it takes you about a minute. This feels like it lingers a little bit longer than that, and you just have to take a deep breath as you finish your morph, and you're just so tired.
Yeah. And then she's gonna grab the baggie off the ground and sort of clutch it in her fist for a minute, and while she's like trying to think of where to put this thing, and she's gonna tuck it in the waistband of her, in like the little waistband pocket of her running shorts, and go inside.
Your dad's in there. He has his laptop up, and he's like going through it. But when you come in, he like looks up, and you see like, actually, give me a perception check just as you walk in.
Okay.
He smiles to you, and closes his laptop and stands up, and like just hugs you. Welcome home.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, can you all hear these dogs? Oh shit.
Oh, now I can.
Those Samus must see a
Those
rabbit
Samus,
or something. But I'm home for tonight.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
all night.
Yeah,
Sweet.
I'm gonna get a nice rest. And
Good. You need it.
yeah, I think tomorrow's the big day.
Dylan is gonna think for like just be a little apprehensive for a second, and then she's gonna be like, "That's awesome. I'm excited for you."
Let me just make a roll for him real quick. You can make a persuasion or deception check, whether
Okay.
you're, however you want to do it. You gotta be a 12.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which one. Oh,
Well, I'm glad you're doing okay too. I'm glad you're excited for me. This is going to be great for us. You don't know
Yeah.
the things that are going to come with this.
yeah. Do you know all the things that are going to come with this?
Oh yeah. I'm going to probably get published. They'll pay for me to get more training if I need it. We don't have to live here if we don't. We can move up to the houses closer towards the mountains if we wanted. We don't even have to stay. We don't have to stay here all the time if you don't want to. This is going to be big, Dylan.
Yeah. It sounds big. It sounds really big, Dad.
I don't know. I've worked hard for this. And it's here. We've had some setbacks. He glances over to like this picture that's up on like in the entertainment center of you, him, and your mom. And he says, "But we made it. No more bad things, Dylan."
I hope not. And she sort of stretches a little, and she's like, "Dad, I think I'm probably just gonna go to bed if that's all right. I'm so tired."
Yeah, that's fine. I love you. And he like kisses you on the top of the head, and he like rubs his hands together and sits back down at his laptop, raises it back up.
She sort of like puts her hand on the back of his head and ruffles his hair. Is like, "Love you too, Dad." and starts to walk up the stairs. And before she gets all the way up, she's going to turn and look at him sitting at the computer.
He's smiling and looking at the computer, and he glances up at you, and like his smile grows bigger. If you want to give me one more perception check, see if you get it.
Oh, I don't like it.
He takes off his glasses. You don't see any kind of reflection in them as he just looks at you, admiring his daughter.
All right. She's just going to go upstairs and go to bed. But before she does, she's going to go to her closet and dig around in the back of the closet. And in the back of the closet, there's this like pencil case that she's kept from like elementary school. And it's got like a little friendship bracelet in it, and like a photo of her mom, a little one, and a couple of other tiny things. And she's gonna put the little baggie in there and zip it up and put it back in the back of the closet.
See, this is what happens. You do this to somebody, and then they do it right back to you, because now you got my throat right here, and these water ducts starting to overflow. So I'm just gonna go to somebody else. Zac.
Yeah.
You can feel the wind flow through your feathers. Your subconscious, or rather the bird's subconscious, knows exactly when to move what feather in the precise angle in which to do it. You see your school. Rebuilding efforts has started. It's not as bad as you thought, really, but there is part of the wall that has some scorch marks, and part of the wall looks blown out, but there's a tarp hanging in front of it, or like on the inside behind it, and it just looks like they're trying to rebuild that wall. On the roof, the air conditioning duct, you notice, is brand new. There even seems to be like a grated cover behind like the openings in the duct, maybe to keep out any critters that want to be scientists or something. And as you keep moving, the familiar small shopping center that you've seen so many times before is under you. There's Dents and Dings Auto Repair, the mechanic shop that sits on the corner. You hear they have pretty good prices, but without a car, you don't really know. Something else really catches your eye. You notice the familiar marquee of Ricky's Bunzai Bakery. You filmed TikToks in this parking lot or around back so many times. A car's parked back there near the dumpster. Cameron had to demorph in that one time. And as you see it, another car pulls up and parks right beside it. A bald man gets out of the car and shuts the door. You notice that he has tattoos on his neck, and where his sleeves are rolled up, you can tell he has more there. You know this man. It's Ricky. Grant's father or guardian, something like that. He's making his way to the door to go inside, but before he can get to it, it bursts open and a woman runs out to him, and they meet and they hug. It's Grant's mom, and she starts to sob, and he's trying to console her. With your amazing hearing, you hear Ricky say, "I'll find him. I will find him." What do you do?
Zac was trying really hard to take a moment to just enjoy flight. Like, just to have a little moment of peace, and dare he try to actually have some joy. On his way home to catch maybe an 8-hour sleep, a tight 8, as the kids say, before doing another very important he would never dream of being mad about it, but god damn it, another mission. As he flew over the school, he couldn't help but like all of that receded immediately as he starts looking at, okay, timetables and when does he think this will be done and how is this going to affect their ability to do things, his schedule, you know, of all these missions that they've got to go on. Like right now school's closed and it's been a lot easier, but he can see that construction's well on its way, and he notices the grate and goes, well shit, if we ever need to go back into school, that's not going to be easy. And then he sees Ricky. I think he considers for a second maybe circling back, landing on a nearby roof and eavesdropping, but ultimately, what else is there going to be? It's a family and they miss their kid. And with sort of resolve in the wing beats, as it were, he thinks to himself, yeah, and there are probably hundreds of others of families that don't know that they should be missing their kid, but their kid isn't really there. And then he goes home.
Yeah, not even 5 minutes later, you can get to your house, and yeah, what do you do?
Look around. I mean, God, what time of day is it by the time I get home?
It's getting later into the evening. It's probably like 7 or 8. Like the sun is starting to, go down.
Okay. Actually, remind me, did Zac leave from home? Like, where's his phone and stuff? It's in a dumpster by the mall.
I believe Bart and Chad have it because Savannah recovered it, and that's the
Oh,
only
they still
thing
have it?
that really logically makes sense is for them to have it after that.
Okay. I thought I had shoved it in my shoes at a dumpster by the mall.
You did. It fell out, and then Savannah went and picked
And
it
then
up.
they got it. Okay. All right. Too late. He realizes he doesn't have his phone or any of his stuff, and he just lands in the tree where the tree house is in the backyard. Kind of surveys the area.
Give me
Where his
perception.
parents at?
Give me
Sure.
perception.
Oh, as a Boyd. Which bird am I? Am I owl?
I think you went owl. I'm not positive though.
Because we knew evening was approaching. So. Do perception. 22.
As you kind of sit in the tree and survey the area, you see the light of your kitchen on, and you see your mom pass through, and then she's at the sink and she starts washing dishes, and your dad comes up from behind her and like nuzzles her on her neck, and she turns around and they start to make out.
Gross. Ugh. All right, Zac hops down like behind the treehouse onto a branch and then like kind of gets in through the window and demorphs inside the treehouse.
Yeah.
And he's gonna check like the security footage for the last couple days. He hasn't been checking it as regularly as he should.
Yeah,
Just gonna scrub through, look for any movement.
You throw on the glasses and start scrubbing through.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a technology or computers because that's one of your tool sets.
Sure is. You use intelligence for it. Cool. 22.
The Chapmans have been back.
Yeah.
Yes, all of them. And I'll say just from like you scrubbing through and kind of picking apart what you can, so basically you just see them kind of leave their car to go in their house. Like you see like a side view of it because like how your cameras are set up, you can't see the whole thing, but you see them get out of the car and go into the house. And I don't know, maybe an hour or two later, they come back out and leave. We'll say the next day after you've checked that footage, you see that a man in a suit comes and shoves a sign down that says for sale in their front yard.
Nice. Okay. Um, he as he's scrubbing, like anything that looks like, hey, they're bringing the groceries in. Like he's not going to pay a lot of attention to that. When they're home, if he's got any views on like windows, I don't know. We never really clarified like exactly what kind of views he had, but if he can see into any windows, he is going to like look for movement through those windows as well.
So like we'll say your cameras are set up where you can see side of the house and you can see some windows. Um, Give me an investigation check as you.
That's cool. Yeah. 12.
It's you don't get much from it, but
Yeah.
after the Chapmans have left, you know that they were there. All of them got out, went in. All of them came back out. Something moves inside, past the window.
Okay.
You do know that there are like they do have two pets. They have a cat and a bird, but this looks like a silhouette walked past.
Okay. Did it look human?
You can't tell.
Okay. So all I got was a silhouette. There's drapes
Just-
or something in the way.
Yeah, like a shadow. But
How
like,
long ago was that?
so if how many days have you not checked it that you are checking right now?
I'm gonna say there's probably at least 3 because
Alright.
it's been a lot of shit going on.
So we'll say the first day you didn't check it, you got away with it. Nothing happened. The second day is when they came. The third day is when the realtor came.
Okay. When was the silhouette though?
The right after they left, the second day.
Okay. So, are they home now?
They're not.
Have I seen anybody else leave?
You haven't. Not from your viewpoint.
Just kind of checks the time. What time is it?
Right now, 7:46.
Okay. He doesn't have to be home till 9.
Yeah.
He wants a better look,
Okay.
unfortunately. So, gonna go to Owl again.
All right. So first,
Yeah.
as you you think about you're about to, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna go to Al. And I'm gonna go do this. Make me a Constitution save.
For sure. Constitution. Nat 20.
Yeah.
Mer-
Is it?
Put it down.
You're exhausted.
Oh, yeah. It's an 11.
Let me make sure that's. I think it's saves and ability. Let me double check.
I think it's everything.
It's not attack rolls. So,
Okay. Maybe it's not saves either.
yeah. We will see though.
We'll see. Probably is.
Disadvantage on ability checks, not saves. That
Not
doesn't come till
saves.
third. So you're not 3, right? You're not 3 levels exhausted.
I'm 2.
All right, so you have disadvantage on ability checks, and your speed is halved as a human. So you do feel this overwhelming, sense of tiredness. Yeah. You are beat, but what has to be done has to be done. Yeah, and quickly. It doesn't even take you the full minute. You are back to like your speed morph. 30 seconds in, you are an owl. You want to describe it?
Okay. Yeah, so the first thing that happens is his lips go hard. They kind of pook out. He does that duck face thing. And then they get hard and start to form the sharp tearing beak. He's shrinking very fast, I think, this time. He gets real small before most of his features change from human to bird. His arms fold back, in that weird kind of way. And then the fingers stretch out, and Alex corrects me on all bird bone facts as I'm making it up as I go.
They're hexagonal.
Anyway, yeah, his bones turn into hexagons, obviously, like honeycomb. because that's what they're filled with, right? Honeycomb. Yeah.
Oh, brazy.
Literal bees. Birds'
the
bones are
bone.
full of bees. That's the fact that I know.
That's
how
why
they
it's the
fly.
birds and the bees.
Yeah, exactly. That's why birds are so light, because the bees are in there doing
I'm
this.
just gonna go get coffee. You guys good for a while?
We're just gonna somebody call Autobahn right now.
Somebody call the Autobots. Bumblebee.
All the Autobots. They'll take the Autobahn. All right. Anyway, then he turns into an owl.
Sweet.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. So it's gonna kind of hop back up to that back window that's facing away from the house, and then out of the tree. And he's just, what's that thing, Alex, where they fly from like tree to tree? Reciprocating or something? There's a word.
No,
It's fine.
yeah,
jumping.
just branching. What I would
Branching.
call it.
I thought there was a word for it. It's fine. He goes over to the back fence by the Chapmans and starts looking in the windows.
All right. Give me a perception check.
Okay. His passive perception is 14, by the way. Just putting that out there. He's got a 16.
So like the bottom floor, you kind of peek in the windows and the lights are out, but your vision is amazing. So you peer in there past the curtains, like there's openings, and you don't see anybody in there. You don't even see like a bird flittering around or a cat jumping or sleeping anywhere that you can see in the bottom, like on the first floor.
Do I hear anything in the house?
You don't.
Okay. I'm going to check the upstairs.
Do you want? I'll let you decide if you want to keep that or roll again.
Oh, I'll roll again.
Okay.
20.
You circle around and upstairs as well. All the lights are off. No signs of any movement until you hit one window that looks down a hall, and you see from the description Savannah and Aximili gave to you from the last time they were in there, a humanoid figure walk into like peer out of the not peer out, like step into the office that they had previously talked to you about and close the door.
Okay. In the time that I see this figure, can I make out any features?
You are an owl, so you don't recognize the man, but yeah, it's okay. You get his like general description. We'll say he's balding, and he looks like the principal on Saved by the Bell, Principal Belcher. Is that what's his name?
Principal Belding.
Yeah.
Belding. He looks like it.
Alex is furiously Googling American pop culture.
I am.
What is Saved by what?
Well, I guess I should just...
I know it's a show. I just don't know
This man's name was Screech? How was that okay?
Oh, let's not talk about Dusty Diamond, please.
Oh, well, I wasn't. I was just talking about his character, but that's fine. We'll talk about Slater. Slater's a peach. Okay, so do I think I would recognize this guy if I saw him again?
With the quick glance you got of him, maybe.
Come on, 30-20?
I mean, do you think Zac would remember people? Like, if he saw him once?
I'm trying to commit this guy to memory, because what I don't want to do is go on a solo run into the Chapman's basement.
Yeah.
But I do want to know there's someone in their house, and I want to be able to see this guy, or know who this guy was, and maybe follow him if I see him again in the future. I think Zac would try really hard to like commit it to memory. If he's got any noticeable tattoos, especially, or something like that. But bald man, middle-aged, late 30s, whatever, you know.
Yeah, brown hair.
Principal
Belding. And like, so it would be if
Zac will remember, because he's into 90s stuff, so he would have watched Saved by the Bell.
And
it's
maybe
free on
he like connected
whatever.
him, but like you saw him quick enough that you could probably, if there were 5 guys that looked exactly like Principal Belding, you could probably narrow it down to 3 or something like that.
If there were 5 clones of
Yeah.
Principal Belding,
And
I wouldn't know who to shoot first.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. All right, he's gonna just make a note and head back to the treehouse, demorph, and then climb down.
Just
And
going
I
in,
decide-
or
Yeah.
are you-
It's like a, long day hanging out in the treehouse in my pajamas. Nothing weird, Mom. Don't worry about it.
Well,
It's
when
fine. Like,
you walk back in, they're not in the kitchen.
cool, good, perfect. I
Room
don't care
perception
where
check.
they are. Y'all stop making faces. No. Zac does not make a perception
He
check.
puts his
chooses
headphones. He
not
found
to.
some headphones in the drawer, puts them in.
He shoves 2 kitchen knives in his ears.
Oh shit! Fucking shades of Grant.
What?
Nothing. What's up?
50 Shades of Grant? Is that what you said?
Where you
All
go?
right. Then he heads to his room.
Alright.
Feeds Mo.
We'll
That's it.
just we won't say it, but
Say it.
We all know, Austin.
Say it, Austin.
you hear the shower,
Gross.
and your parents' bedroom's door's open, but they're not in.
Gross. Who's shower?
There. Who in the shower?
Yeah.
2 in
No,
the
who's-
shower. 2 in the
Whose
shower.
shower do I hear? Is it their shower or Zac's? All
Not-
right.
well, they're
Zac's
not.
gonna go close their bedroom door then, and
Alright.
then go upstairs. Just enough that when they come out, they're gonna go, "Ah, shit, Zac's home."
Well, they upstairs too. Everybody upstairs. I guess that doesn't really matter, but they upstairs. You close their bedroom door.
Okay. And then I go,
And
Zac
you-
goes to his room, and turns on,
American
know,
Ninja
Eminem.
Warrior. Eminem.
I was gonna do music.
Oh.
Yeah.
Smash Mouth All Star. Full volume.
Yes.
Genuine's Pony.
Somebody wants. No.
Uh,
Not Genuine.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey featuring ODB Fantasy. That's the song.
All right, and Zac, your night
Yeah.
starts to wind down too.
Yeah.
What's
Savannah,
up?
as you fly, you see the blades of grass in the yards underneath you sway in the breeze, and you see voles and chipmunks scurry from one hiding spot to the next. And as you keep moving, you catch a warm updraft of air, and you rise on the thermal as the sun's setting behind you. On your left, a northern harrier climbs the sky, joining you as you pass the outskirts of the city into the vast wilderness, all of it underneath you. What do you do?
Maximilian, I'm going to drop down. I got to do a quick remorph.
Yes, I will as well.
And she'll look for a spot that is not in the open or visible.
You
A
can
great demorph spot. The perfect demorph spot.
Give me a perception check just as you scan around.
Okie dokie.
Can we call demorphing locations demorphications?
Yeah,
Yes.
actually,
Nice.
we have to.
Thank you. All right.
So,
I hope you asked for perception. I
did.
Okay, thank God. It's a 22.
Sweet. You find the demorphication that nobody is around.
My favorite demorphication.
And as you demorph, it's slow going. But you get there. And you're tired. And you morph again.
Yep, I'm going to owl now.
Would you like to describe your morph?
Sure, I will. As Savannah starts going to owl, it's so slow. It's just like molasses. I mean, she's not even trying to hurry along the process, even though it's taking forever. It's like you can see kind of like the pin feathers coming out and like the lore right under her eyes. But as like those feathers start to grow out, it's like it's slow. It's not the normal like it's taking forever. And like as her eyes are growing larger, it's almost like at first just like she's widening her expression because it's so slow. As her arms start to kind of like meld together and reshift to create that like singular wing bone there, she gets fully out, like no feathers on those wings. Those are just weird little pink chicken gross arms before the feathers start to come in. It's just like gross and slow. And it's almost like if you were to animate a video of like each stage of like an owl, like how it would grow. Like you get like the pink skin and then you get the pin feathers and then they slowly start to burst, but it takes forever.
Aximili is in a nearby tree, already in his owl morph, and he says, "Ah, you must be tired."
Yeah, pretty tired.
Well, the life of a warrior and a leader. Are you ready?
Yeah, and she'll like flap up and take off.
And you guys take to the sky, and as you go, he'll say, "Are you planning to deal with your prisoner tonight?"
Yeah, I'm planning to talk to her as soon as we get back.
Okay. What? I assume you are having me take the phone, the communication device, into her.
If you wouldn't mind.
Right. I just want to clear up the plan. I do not want to give away any information that you do not want.
Right. You just want to give her the phone. And then let her call me, but the phone that we rigged so that she can't
Yes.
call anyone else. Yeah.
But would you like me to give her any other restrictions?
Oh, I think we let her do what she's going to do. It'll tell us more than if we give her rules.
Very well. And he'll just fly with you. In silence if you want to. Or...
Are you going to listen?
If I would leave that choice up to you. Do you want me to not listen?
Sort of, but maybe you should just in case I miss anything.
It may be difficult depending on how you set it up, whether you're close enough for me to hear both of you.
Okay? I'll leave that up to you.
Yes. Yeah.
And Savannah won't say anything else to him the rest of the flight back.
And he'll match your silence. And you guys get to the cabin and circle around once, twice, and he starts to descend.
If everything looks clear, Savannah will go down with too.
You can give me a perception check.
Okay.
As you approach and like you are circling, you can see all the surrounding areas as well.
Okay.
Oh, is it that 15?
Yeah, 15.
You don't see any humans out and about. You do see the wolf pack. There's only 3 of them. 2 of them look the same.
And one looks different?
So 2 of them look exactly the same.
Oh, okay. I see. Interesting.
And yeah, they're just running.
All right.
But as far as the cabin goes, you don't see or hear anybody.
Yep, then Savannah will just land and demorph.
Aximili walks in as you're still finishing up your demorph, and as you finish, and if you don't have anything else you want to do before you join him,
Nope, just walking right in.
He'll have already been in his little dining room area, and he'll walk back out to the living room to meet you. And he holds what look to be 2 regular phones in his hand. Um, he said, and he hands one to you, and he says, "These should serve the purposes you asked me about. The two devices can only communicate with each other, and only over short distances."
Okay. Did you spoof it so like it? I don't know if that's the right word, but did you make it so that if she calls my number, because she knows my phone number?
I will tell her that everything is set up for her, and all she
Great.
needs to do is either dial speed dial, and it will connect to you.
Perfect.
He looks at you one more time, and then turns and walks to go downstairs. And he'll like stop at the steps, and he'll look back, and he says, "If you would like me to hear your side as well, maybe you should come down here. If not, I can just hear her side."
Do you think she would be able to hear me as well?
I don't believe so. Andalite hearing is far superior to human.
All right. I guess we'll try it.
Yeah, you join him, and as he gets to this hallway that leads to, like, there's the door, the hallway, then the cells. He gets to the first door, and he says, "If you stay at the end of here, at the end of this hall, I should be able to hear you and her."
Okay.
He walks down.
And when he's walking away, Savannah will just lean up against the wall and kind of like slide down to the floor and just have the phone held.
You hear the door creak open, and you can faintly hear him while the door's open. He said, "We're gonna actually go from Aximili's point of view, because he's a humanimalish character, so he can make a point of view." Aximili hands the phone to Katie, and she looks up at him, and their eyes meet as he walks in. And you can tell he's kind of taken aback at this. And she looks at the phone, looks back at him, and she says, "Thank you." Well, you can't tell because you're not in there. "Thank you for letting me do this. Thank you for fighting for my people." And Aximili gives a long pause, his upper body leaning away from Katie uncomfortably. And he says, "Yes, okay." Katie turns away from him, and she looks at the phone. "I have found the person's number that you needed and that you requested, and put it into the speed dial. The phone is ready. You just have to press the call button." Aximili then stands there for a second and takes a couple of steps out of the room and closes the door. As he stands away from the door but peeks in with one of his stalk eyes. Katie paces the room 3 or 4 times. And then she stops. She looks at the phone and takes a deep breath. And then she hits the call button. And Savannah, the phone in your hand, begins to vibrate.
Savannah's going to let it ring twice. Feels like a sufficient amount of time. And then she'll just pick it up and go, "Hello?"
There's a pause. And you hear breathing. And then you hear, "Savannah?"
"Yeah?"
"It's Katie."
"Hi."
"Hi. Listen, I don't have a lot of time. I really don't even know how long I have. But I have some important things to tell you."
"Tell me."
Yeah.
Important things.
"Yeah, I know. It seems out of the blue and out of nowhere."
Has been about a year since we've last spoken.
"I know. Savannah, I'm sorry about that. I've just had the past couple of weeks, I've been really isolated in my head, and all I've thought about was my family and you. A lot of the time, there's a lot of time to feel wondering about what it could have been or what should have been.
You're going to have to explain further.
I could have done things different. I could have just accepted my own truths instead of putting up a front of for everyone around me. I could have accepted us. Listen, I know you probably don't even think about me anymore, but those times with you and with Possum, whether it be taking him to the dog park or us just chilling in my garage, those were the memories that I missed. Those were our memories. And Aximili sees her kind of look down at that, and she says, no one else mattered in them. And those memories are what kept me from losing it. I'm sorry I didn't give you back what you gave me.
I don't want to. I guess I don't understand where this is coming from.
I know you don't. And really, I just had to tell you that because now is where I ruin it all. Now is where I once again put myself before you and I ask you for something. I can't go home, Savannah. I'm not safe, and you might not be safe. Our planet is being invaded by aliens called Yeerks. And I need to leave town. I need help. No one else can know.
That sounds kind of insane, right? And that you calling me after this long, it can't help but feel like this is somewhat of perhaps a prank.
I know it sounds crazy, Savannah, but it's not. It's real. They're aliens that can slide into your ear, wrap around your brain, and control everything that you do, everything that you say, all your emotions. It's real, and they've had me for a little over a week. And I don't have anywhere else to go.
Know what about your boyfriend?
He's one of them too.
Okay, and you said your family? You can't go back to your family?
Them too.
All right, clearly there's something going on that you need help with. And Kate, you know I'm going to help you.
Aximili sees the faintest corner of a smile, but then it is washed away again as the tears roll down her face. Right now I'm being held in a room with some other aliens. They're called the Andalites.
Okay.
So she starts breaking down a lot of, how she got captured and how the Yeerks have to have 3 days before they get out. And she says, I'm free now, but they're still keeping me here. And they let me call you. But I don't know what other plans they have.
Did they say anything else about letting you go?
I'm going to actually roll something real quick for her. I can't tell. I can't tell what they really want. Sometimes they seem nice. They send... You're going to love this. They can turn into animals. And they send one of my friend's neighbor's dogs to comfort me. They took the form of them.
Well, that's confusing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what you need is a place to go and a way to get away from here.
Savannah, yes, but that's not it. I need someone to leave with.
And you're wanting that to be me?
I do want it. But you can say no.
I mean, Kate, I loved you, but you can't just put people down and expect them to be waiting there when you get back to be picked up when it's convenient for you. I'll help you. That's all I'm going to give you.
The sobs start heavy crying now. And accidentally even takes his eye stalk away and doesn't look. And she says, just through her sobs, she says, thank you. And that's all I can ask. I'll see what they say.
Sorry, I'll figure it out. You know I will.
Don't be sorry. You're right. It's just... No. She just kind of trails off.
I think I know what you mean.
As soon as I can get you more information, or I don't know if they'll even let me call back again, but I needed to say goodbye to someone.
They let you call. Listen, I don't really know. This all sounds insane. But they let you call once. It sounds like they're trying to let you reach out. That's got to be a good sign, right?
Yeah, but they've also kept me in a room for days on end. It's a lot, Savannah. I know you don't understand. You couldn't. The gravity of this is huge. We're just kids.
Beyond me, but we'll figure something out.
I'll call you as soon as I can.
Okay?
I love you, and I'm sorry.
Sorry, too.
And with that, she ends the call, and even through the closed door, you can hear muffled sobs. Accidentally walks back in and takes the phone from her and doesn't say anything. He just leaves. He rejoins you at the end of the hall.
Savannah will hand her phone over, and I think she's just kind of like shaking her head and like just like she doesn't really know what to do around Aximili right now. Like, she's feeling really awkward.
As you stand up, he kind of looks. Actually, give me an insight check. He's doing some weird things with his eyes, like looking over you and like just look. He seems to be thinking, and he keeps looking back towards the door. But whatever's going through his head, something must click in it, because he like reaches over, puts a hand on your shoulder, and just kind of leans in and wraps his arms around you.
I think Savannah at first will sort of like just freeze, and like she kind of gets really like stiff, rigid. And then she'll kind of relax and sort of like reciprocate it. And then that's when she kind of just breaks a little bit, and she just kind of, well, I guess you now know more about me than anyone else in the entire universe.
I'm not glad of the situation, but I'm glad that I was trusted with it.
Yeah, me too.
And he'll walk with you back upstairs. As you're walking towards the steps, out of the corner of your eye, you see a pedestal in this room with a book laying on it that you haven't seen in a while. It just catches your eye.
Yeah, homework that I should have been working on.
And then you get to the steps.
I think Savannah will look back towards that book and like realize like, yeah, I've been neglecting some stuff here. But then deep sigh, she's just going upstairs. It's been a long life.
Yeah, and you get upstairs, and Maximilian says, I will watch the monitor tonight and look out for everything. You should get some rest. Yes.
You don't need any rest.
Less than humans. Our Andalite bodies perform at peak condition, even with minimal amounts of sleep.
Okay. Then I'm going to go to sleep.
And he like walks to go back into his room as you like sit down on the couch, and he looks back at you and he says, may your dreams be tasty and sugary. And he turns it kind of chest puffed up, accomplished, like he did something good, and walks into the dining room.
She'll just kind of laugh and say, yeah, sweet dreams.
And the night closes in, and all of you can get your full night's rest. Too bad you don't lose any exhaustion points. Maybe at the end of the day, if you can stop from morphing on today of all days. All right, so do you guys refresh my memory? Do you guys have plans for today in the morning? Like do you all have plans to meet back up or anything?
Not plans to meet back up. We just said we would the next day. But personal plans, sure, thousands.
All right, well then let's wake up. Let's have Dylan wake up first. Dylan, what time do you wake up?
I think that because she went to bed so early, she probably wakes up pretty early. She's one of those people where if you sleep too long, your whole body hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do it. So probably about 5:30.
Dad's still asleep.
Heck yeah. She's gonna like stretch and like snip. She slept in her clothes. It was weird. So she's gonna go and like take a shower, and she takes the phone that they gave her that has been in her nightstand. She takes that into the bathroom with her, and she's gonna check it for any messages that might be there that early.
Does anybody wake up before 5 a.m.? All right, no messages.
All right. So then she's just gonna go about her little morning routine, and then go downstairs and make breakfast for Dad.
Yeah, and he'll wake up around 7-ish, and he'll eat the breakfast. Thank you so much. You know, this is my favorite. What'd you make? What'd you make him?
So she actually made him real bacon, because he does keep some of that in the fridge. So she cooked him real bacon and scrambled eggs and pancakes.
I don't mind that other stuff, Dylan, but the real bacon, you can't touch animal fat with fake stuff. You know what I'm saying? With vegetables. They can't be turned into what this is.
Yeah, I get that, but also it's not dead animals either.
What? The bacon?
The fakes. Yeah, the fake bacon is not dead animals, so I prefer that.
It's dead
personally.
plants.
Yep. You got me there.
Gotcha. He laughs. Hey, Dylan, are you going to be around at all today?
Maybe for a bit. I've got some plans, but maybe for a little while.
I have a delivery that's going to come kind of late tonight, like around 7 p.m. If you have stuff to do, go ahead and do it. They can drop it off without you. I was just going to have you, accept it if you could, because I know I'm going to be at work.
Oh, so it's going to be a long day.
Oh, yeah.
What time is your meeting?
My meeting tonight, I'm getting there at 7, but the big wigs aren't supposed to get there until about 9. I don't know. I guess it's because we're looking into the sky, into the space and stuff. The telescope works during the day. I don't know why they always want to do these things at night, but they do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. It's probably like a less obstructive. Yeah.
Atmosphere, ozone layer,
stuff.
Yeah.
Things.
I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Nitrogen, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hot air balloons.
Maybe.
Yeah, if they get in the way.
Yeah. There's probably an air balloon festival coming up at some point, maybe.
Yeah, it is April.
And you don't want to do that at night because you'll get lost in the sky, right?
Yeah. Because you can't. Well, you could. In the daytime, you can't use the stars to navigate, though.
That's true. Except the one,
Yeah.
Big one.
The big one. The one you can't look at.
Yeah.
Dylan, thank you for that. You're funny. I just want you to know that.
You're pretty funny too, Dad.
Well, I guess we know where you get it from. And
yeah, Mom.
Hey, he scoops up bacon with his, or scoops up egg with his bacon. Eats it and he says, "All right."
Gross.
Or yummy. And he stands up, gives you a little pat and a kiss on the head, and goes to the bathroom to shower and start to get ready for work.
Super. So now that it is past 7, she's gonna text whatever number is in her phone and say, "You up?"
You get back. If you mean Savannah, ner.
Axe, we're really gonna have to talk about this.
You get ... ner.
No one responds like that.
Would you like... I can wake her.
No. Ellipses. Just if she wakes up, when she wakes up, Reese, when she wakes up.
While you're writing the when she wakes up, you get a ner with a star to the right of it after you just said no. I've learned this.
He's gonna finish texting when she wakes up. Get her to call or text me so we can talk about plan. And then she's gonna say, "Do not correct me."
You see the like, there were bubbles, and then they stop, and then they go again, and they just have a thumbs up emoji. And then you, shit. He sends a scorpion emoji too, and he says, "I could not find a tail blade." This is my emoji. Okay. And yeah.
She's gonna put the phone in her pocket and go upstairs and sit on her bed with her hands sort of in her lap, just sitting there looking at them. And then after a minute, she's gonna stand up and cross to the closet.
All right. Zac. Roll me a perception check with disadvantage. Well, you already have disadvantage.
Super disadvantage. I don't get to use either number. It's 10.
With a 10, you wake up to, well, what the hell are you doing over here so early? And you hear another voice say, Zac should be expecting me. It's my friend. I was just coming to hang out with him. And he says, well, I don't even think he's up yet. Let's go wake him up. Sir, it's already late. It's already 10 o'clock. He should be awake by now.
10 is earlier than I thought.
And
Zac is like, it's only 10? Oh my god. Oh.
All right, well,
He gets up.
All right, son, you go ahead and go up there. Do you know where his room's at? I can find it. All right. And you hear the steps. Foot's coming up the steps.
Second door on the right, Chad.
You recognize the voice immediately as it opens the door, and he says, "Hey, man, I'm not Chad. I'm Cameron. Get it right."
Oh. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? He closes the door.
What are you doing here, man?
Didn't you get some sleep?
I gotta get my beauty rest, though, man.
And he kind of sits on the bed next to you and kind of like pats your chest as you're still like kind of laying down, and he says, "Hey, man, you look good to me."
All right, well, you can snuggle in here then. I'm just kidding.
He stands back up and goes over to the cage and like lifts the cover up, and he sees Mo, and he says, "What the fuck?" And puts it down. Hey,
Mo does or Cameron does?
Mo says it.
Okay. I know Cameron was doing a sick Mo impression.
Hey, this is a cool bird. I think I woke him up.
Yeah, probably. You're here pretty early, man. It's not even noon.
Well, we gotta catch the noon bus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Facts. All right. I was really hoping you were Chad, because they've got my stuff.
You mean this stuff? Dude, I've been up since 7 a.m. I've been to Chad's.
What are you doing? All right, sick. Did you already eat, man?
Huh? No, yeah, I did. I went to Miko's this morning. I helped him out. That's why I've been up.
Cool. Nice. All right. Yeah, Zac's like just pulling some clothes on. No, no pretenses about showering or anything else.
When you can morph, who needs a shower?
Just boy stuff, really. This is boy wake up, not get shower. Why get shower? Gross. Yeah. Cool. Checks his phone, like idly as he's pulling his shirt on. Any messages in there?
I mean, none from people that you respond back to. You get messages on TikTok all the time, but
yeah. Roll for smell check. Yeah, cool. Zac just kind of starts heading down the stairs. He goes, who's here? It's his dad.
Mm-hmm.
What? It's a weekday, right?
Yeah, I didn't know if we were gonna do the sword again, so I'm going in late.
No, that was Nate asking Austin.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no, man. I figured that'd be like a weekend
Oh yeah.
situation.
That's fine.
Yeah. Did you just call out again?
Yeah.
All right. Enjoy your day off, man.
Thanks.
Me and Cameron are. I'm going to do stuff.
All right. What stuff? Anything you need me to come?
What are you, the fuzz?
What do you... Hey.
I'm just kidding. We're gonna go. I'll grab some food. Bored. Probably do some TikToks. Cameron's a hell of a dancer, so he's gonna be in the back.
He stands up from the chair and kind of puts his paper down, and he says, "Yeah, I'll get my keys, and I'll take you guys pay for the food, and yeah, we'll just have a day."
Stop.
I'm off.
No. Nah, man.
Yeah, we got
Can't.
other stuff to do, man. We can't have it tag along.
Yeah, Dad. There's gonna be girls.
Yeah, there's gonna be some girls.
Yeah. So.
Oh.
No
Let me
crap
get-
my style, man.
Let me get you some cologne. I got some in my
I don't need it, man.
Dracar
Come on.
Noir.
Got that Elon Musk. What are you talking about?
Disgusting.
Regrets. Yeah, high fives, Cameron.
Yeah.
All right, Dad. See you later, man.
All right, be careful.
Sure. Okay.
You got your cell
Alright.
phone? Of course you
Pulls
do.
it up. Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye, honey.
Bye, Mom. Out. Okay. Yeah. Noon bus. All right.
Let's do it. Let's go to the noon bus.
He just kind of like skateboards slowly along besides Cameron.
Mm-hmm. Hey, maybe I should learn to skateboard.
Yeah. I mean, I could teach you.
Could you?
Yeah. It's like riding a bike with your feet.
Grant used to always fall when you showed him.
Oh, that's because Grant was like dumb
Oh,
and had no balance.
well,
You're super athletic.
yeah. Look at this.
You got it, man.
He runs to
He
and
just
then
runs.
back to you.
Look at me. Look what I can do. Just does a circle.
440, bro.
What's that?
Fast.
No, it's like not even, it's 10:45.
Well, we better hurry.
We got another hour.
Yeah. You're right.
Okay.
Guess we don't gotta hurry.
Zach gets some coffee. And then goes, they go to a bus stop.
Dude, is that the Doc Ock? And as you guys
Yeah, of
get
course.
onto the bus stop.
It's the only drink I ever get. They know me here. The baristas don't know that. Pretends.
Savannah, you wake up to the sound of little taps, it sounds like. And as you your vision kind of comes, it's less blurry as you're waking up and you're taking in your surroundings. You look over into the dining room. You see Aximili tapping at that little gray rock with the swirling gray liquid in it. Carefully. And as you start to arise, what happens? I will say Aximili does spin one of his stalk eyes and he sees you getting up. But as you're getting up, what do you do?
She'll just get up quietly and just kind of walk over, watch what he's doing.
I still haven't been able to figure out much about these things, but I'll continue working on them. From what we know, it's not too hard to break these. You could do it with your hands. He taps again, testing the durability carefully.
Very carefully.
Dylan has texted this cell phone. And he shows you the messages from Dylan.
Okay. And she'll read the messages from Dylan.
She just wanted you to get a hold of her whenever you got up.
And Savannah will just text her back like, hey, it's Savannah.
Dylan Dylan, you get the messages.
He's gonna send back, hey, you guys make it home, okay? Clearly you did.
Yeah. She'll text back yes with a period at the end of it, like formal sentence.
So I have a little more information. I know the
Excellent.
time.
Do these cell phones? So these are like regular cell phones, right? Like, can I react to that?
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, she'll just do like the thumbs up reaction to that message. Not individually. Even Savannah knows not to send a thumbs up individually.
Oh, Jenna doesn't know that.
That's what
Okay.
I'm being told. I'm being told it's really rude. I don't
Is
know
this
it
a
either.
personal
other than-
attack right now? Wait a minute.
I don't know. That's what I've been told.
Is it like passive aggressive? Like,
Apparently. Yeah, it's like
Oh, okay.
really like end it.
So now I'll have
Okay.
to remember that
Shit.
with my younger coworkers.
Yeah. Good news. We've all learned something here today.
Great.
Some of us learned it from being done to us.
Oh no. Oh
I'm just
no.
playing. Nobody's ever done that to me.
I wouldn't have known that they were being passive aggressive. Is the
No, I would have
problem?
been like,
I'm gonna go back and look at every text message in my phone.
Sometimes I send it by itself because that emoji will be bigger than just the reaction, so I mean
Yeah.
it more.
Yeah.
I think you gotta
I do
send
that now.
3
It's
of
pretty
them.
fun.
You gotta send 3 of
Just
them
in
in a
3?
row.
That's so many. I've only got 2 thumbs. So many thumbs.
Yeah.
Them's the rules.
All right.
There's only one thumbs up emoji, right? There's not one from the other side, so you can't really send 2 thumbs up.
No, that'd be a fist bump.
Yeah, but
Be like a
but
thumb war.
also, but also like, I don't have.
It's a
I'll have
conga
to-
line of thumbs. Wait, that
Anyway.
was Six Flags.
Dylan messages back. Do you know what time you want to start this thing?
Yes. I should check in where everyone else is. And Savannah will switch back to her phone, which is at the cabin, because that's where she left from, and text Zac and Cameron and just be like, hey, what's going on?
Zac, you get a text message from Savannah.
And it says, "Hey, what's going on?" So, hey, comma, what is going on? Question mark.
Question mark. Yes.
He just sends back NMU.
She'll text Cameron, hey, Cameron, what is going on? Question mark.
You get a red symbol beside your text message that says undelivered, like a red exclamation
Okay.
point.
It never sent.
To
Oh, mine or
to Cameron.
Okay.
No. Okay. So Savannah will go back to Zac's and be like, she knows what it means. She's just not willing to deal with this right now. But Cameron's phone is disconnected. It sounds like. She'll just text back at the cabin. I don't even think she'll say that. She'll say at hanging out with Oscar. What's going on?
He'll send back like OTW.
And then she'll send back okay, period. And then
Capital
switch back.
O, lowercase k.
Yeah, period. Go back to texting Dylan and say, would you like to hang out with Oscar?
Dylan's
I don't
just
know
gonna
if she'll know
send
that.
back
Yeah.
3 question marks.
Zach will
and
send
then
back.
say, the skeleton.
Yes. She's sending back yes. But like period, like ellipses, yes. That's
Dylan's gonna send back
weird.
Nar.
I don't like that this is a thing now.
Dylan sends back me either. I'm sorry.
Okay. Do you want to... Would you like to meet us at Oscar's? Question mark.
She sends back, yes, period. But like, yes, and then the period.
Okay, great. See you soon.
She taps the thumbs up emoji, like, on the message. Like, she reacts with it.
Okay. Good. I didn't know
Cool,
if we was
good.
gonna have to roll
She
initiative.
accidentally taps the smooch emoji first, though, and then, oh shit, unreact, and then thumbs up.
Will Savannah have caught that?
I think so. You're looking at it while she's doing it.
And then she sends fat fingers. Sorry.
If you know what I mean.
Okay. Has anybody ever sent you the like quick like fat figure? Has anybody ever acronymed that for you? Because that's happened to me before, and it just looks like they're saying "for fuck's sake," which makes it more confusing. Anyways, Savannah will just be like, "It is okay." Period.
And then Dylan's just gonna put the phone away.
Dylan.
What's great is we're sarcastically describing Savannah's like annoying text habits, and it's just all of mine. Like, this is how I actually text. I
Mine
text in
too.
full sentences.
Hard same.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
and also
good.
the like multiple sentences, one right after the other to
Oh,
create
yeah.
a yeah.
Yes.
This is how I talk.
Yeah.
This is. I know I should just write this in one message, but this is how I talk.
I
This is
hit
what it sounds
send
like
as
to
soon
me.
as the thought is done, and then I have a new thought, and I'm like, gotta send that one.
And then you look
I
up and
can't be
it's like,
robbed of this thought too. Yeah.
let's go to Holmes. What shit? Autocorrect. Dylan, are you planning on taking a bus, or are you gonna morph?
Bus.
So as you get out and you catch the you're already on the bus as you see Cameron and Zac step on, and they are in there too.
Dylan's gonna like look up and you can tell that like her body sort of reacts like she's gonna wave, and then she just looks down.
Cameron's like looking at you, like what the heck, and then looks back to Zac, and then he starts to raise his hand to wave.
She's gonna like big eyes.
Zac high fives him.
Oh.
And maintains eye contact with
Sweet.
him.
He leans in. And he says, "Hey, there's Dylan."
Shut. Yeah, man, shut up.
Okay. He walks past you, but like still like side eyes you and smiles as he walks past you.
Yeah, Dylan is definitely side eye and like, shut up.
He sits in the seat behind you.
She's just gonna
Gonna,
shake
like,
her head.
I sit next to Cameron, and I go, dude, you are devoid of chill. What the fuck?
Dude, my parents don't have anything to do with this. They're devoid too.
At this, Dylan turns around. Cameron,
Huh?
Oh, hey, Dylan didn't see you. What's up?
I don't even know.
Hey,
We'll talk to
funny
him
seeing you
later.
here.
She's just gonna sigh and she's like, "We're all getting off at the same time. We're not normal."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You going to that sale at the gas station too?
Yeah, they have that new Flamin' Hot Cheeto variety, the Nashville Hot one. Yeah, so I'm gonna go grab those. I know they said they're only at Dollar General's, but
No,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
I know
try it.
that they've always got them. They've got the Flamin' Hot Cheeto Mountain Dew too.
oh,
think it's
gross,
Gonna
Yeah.
go. It's gonna pair really well, I think.
gross.
They also
Yeah.
got the flaming hot boiled peanut.
Wait, no, oh, nope, stop. Is that a thing? Is that a thing?
Well, you know they have the Cajun ones. I think
Yeah.
they got the Cajun and they got the regular ones. I think they just grind up Cheeto dust and put it in the regular ones.
You have to
Here for
grind
it.
up the dust. It's not already ground.
Well,
They grind it further, so it becomes like
Cheetos
a silt.
is the Flamin' Hot is proprietary, and they can't get. You have to like make your own if you want to make something else Flamin' Hot flavored.
Yeah, Zach, you should
I don't know.
know.
My dad's
TikTok
my
star.
dad's got some pretty flaming hot dust.
Well,
That sounds
He's from
weird.
Texas, so like
you should have brought him.
he tried to come with us. Actually,
Yeah.
we're lucky he didn't do that.
If I'd have known he had Cheeto dust, I would have left you there.
That's fair. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna do like a TikTok on the Nashville hot Cheetos.
Nice.
Sponsored. It's a sponsorship thing. I have to. But they make me go buy my own at shady gas stations in the country. It's weird.
Yeah, so that you
That's
can
how
show
sponsorships
where you can get them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It builds
Yeah,
character.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
And Dylan's
Yep.
just gonna like casually turn and look around as she's sitting back down in her seat to see if anybody's fucking watching these idiots.
There is an old ass grumpy man, and he's just snarl, like looking at you guys down his brow, and
Tommy
just
Lee Jones is on the bus.
mad, but he just turns around and looks forward.
She's gonna grin and hi.
He smiles, and he's missing 6 teeth.
Okay.
But he doesn't. It's a fake smile. He's irritated by people, and he looks forward. And then the bus driver. That's the only other guy on the bus. But then there's the bus driver, and he's saying, "God damn, we gotta come all the way out into this fucking place again every day. 6 hours out, 6 hours in, 6 hours back out. Barely even get a break." And you hear that for the few hours it takes you to get to.
Just on a loop, he just keeps fucking saying it.
The same exact thing I said, he repeats.
6 hours out, 6 hours in, 6 hours out, 6 hours in, 6 hours out, just over and over.
That's why nobody else is on the bus. Only this other crazy guy that's up there.
Yeah, we're the only ones that can stand it.
And-
Like really low to the other two and be like, we need to find another way out here. It's going to be really sus that we're always on the same bus.
Dylan turns around. She's like, "Yeah, and plus this guy's gonna like drive us into an embankment or something one day."
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He's having a
about
hard
him.
life.
Yeah, they should really rotate the drivers though. Like, it's not
Yeah.
fair that he's got to drive
I
every
know,
time.
12 hours a day.
That's
What?
rough, man. Like, I don't
God,
know. They got to unionize or something. This sucks. Should we try to talk to him? Like, maybe we could get him a snack from the
No.
gas station.
I have,
No, you're
I have an
right.
idea. They could solve both
Yeah?
of the problems.
Okay.
We drive the bus.
no, I don't think they're gonna let us do that.
Yeah, I don't have a license, dog.
Well, can you get one? We could take Reese's.
Well, don't
I could.
you need your CDL?
I don't need it.
No, for Cameron to drive a bus.
Oh,
Yeah,
Zach,
it's
do you have
probably
your
different.
CDL?
Commercial
Oh yeah, I've
driver's
got that,
license.
but I don't have a regular license. I just have a commercial driver's license.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
seems like
it's
we're
for,
set.
it's for when I'm on the longboard. Yeah,
That commercial longboard. Yeah.
commercial longboard. It's got
Mhm.
Mount Olive pickle brand on the bottom, so it's commercial.
We could get a car.
I'm trying.
Dylan's on it. She's doing it.
I don't know. Like, I kind of never saw myself having a car. They're really, they look bad for the environment.
They
Just
are,
get
but
a-
also they're good for getting you places.
It's true, but I got a
And
skateboard.
not on buses.
Yeah, I guess I never imagined having to go to the fucking country like 3 or 4 times a week. I don't know. I could talk to my parents about it, maybe.
Try to give you a Tesla.
Oh.
No.
Ooh. You don't have
Yeah.
enough brand deals to get a Tesla?
Yeah, man. I think you could do one
I
video
might,
and you just
know,
gotta
I
say
might
you're
be able to-
giving
he
it
like
away.
he starts scrolling through his TikTok followers to see who if there's any like brand accounts that follow his shit.
Yeah, Seat Geek. They just followed you
that?
yesterday.
Seat Geek?
Yeah.
What are they, like gamer chairs?
As you like look
No.
through them, they give you they sell tickets online.
Okay. I never
You
heard
get the best
of that.
prices.
Well, that's cool. They're not helpful though. I don't know. I'll see. Maybe I can figure something out. It's fine. Anyway.
And some hours pass.
Several hours.
You guys get to the gas station. So they definitely got the hot Cheeto, the bag, and what was the other one? The bag of Cheetos and the
Flaming hot Cheetos Mountain Dew.
and the Mountain Dew, yeah. But they are all out of the peanuts.
No, it's because they're so good.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan picks up the Nashville hot Cheeto bag and turns it over and reads the ingredients and just like looks so distraught. She looks so upset, and she just puts him back down.
What? Not gonna get them?
Chicken fat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you make Nashville hot. That makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. I didn't think about it.
Well, I guess one of us should get them.
Yeah, I'm still
You
getting 'em.
bastard.
Hey, Zach, can you get these for me?
Do you want some regular ones or?
Both? Sure, he grabs another bag.
I was talking to Dylan.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, do what you want. Dylan, you want some other ones? I'll buy.
No,
You
thank
want
you. I just really
nothing?
wanted those, and now I'm bummed out.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's Cheeto's fault.
Maybe like Pringles will make one, because they won't use any real
That would be
ingredients.
weird. If they made Nashville hot Cheetos from Pringles.
I meant like Nashville hot Pringles.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah. That
Yeah.
I got you. I'm there. I got there. We got there together, you know?
I feel like I was already there, but I brought you along.
Well, okay, we'll call it that.
Okay.
You can lead,
That goes and pays for
you can
everything.
lead Dylan to flaming hot Pringles, but Cameron will drink them.
Whew. You got there, Austin. Good
I'm
work.
going to cut that out.
That
Oh
getting
no.
edited out. All right. Yeah, Zach gets some snacks for everybody, and we eat them.
And it'll be like a 30-minute walk to the cabin from there.
Are we just eating as we go through the woods? Okay.
Are you?
Yeah. God, if we're doing that, Zach will like get some snacks for Axe and Savannah too.
Mhm.
Throw them in the bag.
Mushroom
He knows
jerky
what
and everything.
Yeah, whatever Savannah's favorite gas station snack is. Obviously, Slim Jims. Like,
Yeah.
sunflower seeds. Hot sunflower seeds.
Nashville hot sunflower seeds.
They make spicy ones, don't they? I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah.
Nashville hot sunflower seeds.
You guys get to the cabin.
Yeah.
Dylan and Cameron are just like walking behind, throwing food at each other's face.
Catch this one.
Dylan has slushy like on her shirt from where
Ooh.
she tried to catch like a
Where
thing of
Cameron
slushy
threw a
that he
slushie?
flicked at her from the end of his straw.
Okay, you can veto this one
He
if you
does.
want. He accidentally like just caught up in the moment, throws one of the Cheetos.
Oh yeah, he absolutely does. Do you want me to roll to see if she catches it without thinking?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what though.
Like Dex?
Yeah, sure. You just gotta get above a 10.
Oh, accidentally get above a 10.
This is gonna be a crit 20. I know it.
Oh my god.
Oh, thank goodness.
The Cheeto flies through the air and you see like the dust just flying off of it. It flips over and over and you're like, no, it's got chicken fat in it.
No, she reaches for it. She
Oh.
full on dives. Yeah, she goes for it and misses, and then she's like, "Oh shit! Thank God."
Yeah, it's just in front of you now as you like have jumped out for it and went to your hands and knees as it dropped to the ground in front of you. And you're like, oh,
I smack him on the shoulder. Dude.
dude, I forgot. They're just
man.
good.
She's like, I forgot to.
Yeah. You want to try it again? And
No
he
more.
pulls another.
No more food throwing.
No.
No more.
All right.
Aww.
Told you they were adults.
Sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
Zac throws food at his face.
And
She throws something back.
Savannah, you hear this back and forth as they approach the porch of the cabin.
I like to imagine that they walk in and like Savannah and Aximili are just very civilized eating peanut butter sandwiches around the table, like just like full plates and everything.
You know what's happening?
No
is
elbows
Savannah
touching the table.
No.
Savannah has a sandwich on her plate that she is cutting little pieces out of.
Yeah, Max is definitely in human morph sitting with you eating. As far as like, you know,
Is Savannah teaching him table manners?
yeah.
Using a peanut butter sandwich?
I think that it would be totally like something that she would be like, this is how to be uber formal, and it would just be for this second. I don't think she would be insisting on this at all.
Everything, like, he's sitting correctly. He's got like his left hand in his lap with his napkin in it, and like not just his right hand sitting on the table. The sandwich is gone. No crumbs, no drops of jelly, no anything. And he has jelly and stuff all over his face, but he looks like he's been trying to have
Are any
good
bites
manners.
out of the plate?
No. No. He's learned.
Zac comes in and like puts a bag of the Nashville hot Cheetos in front of him. Here you go, man.
What are these?
Delicious. You'll love them. And then he gives a bag of spicy sunflower seeds to Savannah.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Max reaches into the bag, opens the bag, reaches in, and eats one of these Cheetos, and all decorum goes out of the window. He's... There's Cheeto dust flying everywhere.
Savannah's like grabbing the papers that are too close to him and moving them away.
Cameron's watching. I wish I had a cell phone. Where's the cell phones? He goes and grabs one off the table
Zac
and starts recording it.
Because, yeah, good call. And, like, starts filming it. It's like, I imagine, you know, like when you give your cat catnip and you just watch them go crazy. I feel like it's the same thing. Like, I threw this grenade in and I was like, great.
Just rubbing his face in it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He's got the bag open, just,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Okay, so how's it going?
Fine.
Okay,
What's going on?
we're here.
Okay. Sorry, that was just kind of a weird, auspicious start.
Did you guys get
Yeah,
good
what's
sleep
up?
last night?
Yes, Aximili didn't.
I will be fine. I can sleep now.
If you'd like. We
Fin-
don't have too long.
He wipes the Cheeto dust off his mouth, and his eyes are bloodshot from like being in the bag with all the dust. But he starts to demorph and go to like the corner of his little dining room and look out the window. And you see him start to droop a little bit after a while.
Dylan is just sitting there like, it's so cute though.
Hey, let's get some whipped cream and a feather.
No, man.
Oh, but like, what if we did though?
We can make
He
him
has
look
a
Aximili claws.
I need you guys to know that I would do that to each and every one of you. So that is the trust level that we're at, okay?
Yeah.
Like
I would
I'm
do it to
telling you
all of
now,
you.
so you don't not expect it.
Here's the thing. I would do it to all of you, but all of you don't have a butcher knife on a whip attached to your bodies.
That's also a very good point.
Hmm.
Do we have to whisper? Is it gonna wake him up if we just talk?
I can't.
don't-
I'm still awake.
Oh, oh, oh. Hey.
We weren't talking about you.
I was.
Zac was.
We're gonna go in the living room.
Yes, thank you.
Zac goes to the living room. Is that where the monitors are set up?
They're in the.
They're in the dining room?
Yeah.
Okay. Zac goes back to the dining room.
Cameron like walks out with him and then tiptoes back in.
Hey, it's alright. Just kind of realized we might need to look at these. You have an idea like how to kind of get her out of here yet?
Yeah, I have a couple ideas.
Okay.
I think that there's still the idea of using one of the crystals. Maximilian hasn't been having much luck with it, but I think the option should be on the table. There's the idea still of getting her out of here with monitoring set up, having her call me, check in, that kind of a thing. But kind of had a third idea after yesterday. And that's, Cameron, a little bit of your idea, actually, with a few modifications. If Xander's people are that advanced, couldn't they hide her with themselves?
Mm-hmm.
And then we have someone on the inside with them.
That's a great fucking idea.
Double
We
agent.
could ask.
I think we should ask.
What if we don't ask? What if we make it a condition?
Condition of helping?
Yes.
Could. Maybe we could see how amicable they are to it and then decide in the moment if it's a condition or an ask.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is like maybe we don't want to come too aggressive. But I'd rather be on friendly terms with them, I think, than, you know.
And then we can go and get information from Katie in person and play with all those dogs you talked about.
Yeah. I mean, once she's down with the Chi, if this works out, there's nothing to say that we aren't Chi too. And then maybe she would think that we're Chi. So we could go to her as humans, is what I'm trying to say, instead of having to be a morph.
Oh, she's not going to think at least a couple of us are Chi, right?
Yeah, she's
Like-
not going to think that I am a Chi.
Yeah.
Why?
I told you already that I know her.
And,
Yeah, but like,
and that I know
you
her too.
you could have been a Chi your whole life, and she just never knew.
I just don't know if she's going to buy that.
Well, okay.
Yeah, would she think that they
And
I
also,
don't-
that's a dangerous game if she's going to become our resource on the Chi. Her knowledge will soon surpass our own.
I guess the thing is, like, can the Chi restrain her if she decides she's going to leave? Is that considered a violence?
Dylan laughs and she's like, yeah, they will restrain her. Yeah.
No, but would they? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Is,
Yeah. Yes.
You think?
Oh, are you? He stepped on me and there was no chance I was moving.
I couldn't
He held-
even move
Yeah.
an inch.
What I'm trying to say
Yeah.
is, like,
And he was a polar bear.
keeping her there, would they consider that an act of violence? So they wouldn't do it morally.
Thought about that too.
What if we tell them? Oh, like, yeah, you go.
No, go on, Dylan.
No.
Right, fine. I've thought about that too, and we could always, if we must, create a promise of violence if they do not.
Oh, yeah, that's similar to what I was going to say.
Holy shit. Savannah. That's badass.
I think there's already a promise of violence, frankly, if she got out. So
Yeah, exactly.
We would
the
be
Yeerks
killed
would do it.
Yeah.
or infested. Or
Um,
infested and then killed.
Do you want me to reach out to Xander?
Yes, please.
Okay. Zac takes his phone out and shoots him a text.
Mhm.
Really quick, are we saying, like, we'll help them?
I think we have to. I think we were all agreed last night that
Yeah,
we just
I
got
kind
to.
of feel like they can't do anything unless we help them.
We just
And they're
can't let that
too.
tech fall to the Yeerks
Yeah,
either.
Yeah.
exactly. Oh, there's that for sure. So I'm in.
I'm in too.
Yeah.
Cameron, Max.
I am trying to
Max is
sleep.
gonna sleep.
I am
We're
already
having.
in.
Okay, my bad, dog. You want some, like a blanket or?
No, I have fur. I'm good.
Okay.
I love you.
Oh.
Sugar dreams.
Dylan
Savannah's
just looks at
gonna-
everybody.
Savannah's like just gonna mouth back to Dylan, sweet dreams.
Oh.
All right. So Zach's messaging Xander.
You text Xander.
Oh yeah. Go. Hey man.
Hello.
We're down. Kind of want to talk.
I can meet you. That's wonderful news. I can meet you wherever, whenever.
Do I? I like look at the room. And I go,
Chichira.
do we? Oh, nice. I hate that. but
Whenever,
thank you.
whenever we are just to be together with Katie.
I look at the room and I go, where do we want to meet them and when? I could tell them to come here.
No. What's a good place to meet on the way to the observatory? Because I think we're going to have to head that direction.
Yeah. He like looks.
Do you guys need to know where the observatory and stuff is?
That would help.
Sure. I think I know, but I've been wrong. I wasn't.
Yeah, it's up there. That's what I thought too.
Yep.
And we're
You guys are
just
this way.
way far to the north.
Yeah, for
Okay,
some reason
so-
my ping is. I'm running slow. I don't know what's going on.
I know we don't want to be in this neighborhood.
Hmm.
So that's where the bright
Hey.
devils are.
Just a weird question. Is there anything cool at the northernmost point of the city? Because the northernmost point of the city is just a really cool thing to say.
Northern moist.
Northernmost point of the city.
Music is the northern border.
There's that part of the ocean that runs. I guess it runs into the
Inlet?
ocean. Yeah. And
Is
there's
that the right word? Jenna,
don't-
is that the right word?
Delta?
Oh yeah, Delta. But it
Estuary?
There is neither a delta nor an estuary on this map, so
we gotta use theater
Yeah.
of the mind.
Down there it's way past that at the bottom.
Well, I'm talking at the northernmost. There
Oh.
are mountains
Way up there at the top.
and a river. I guess that
what's
comes
this?
out of
Isn't this the gardens? right
Meet
here?
us where
Yeah.
the mountain meets the river at the northernmost point of the city.
Should we just say the gardens? It's a little bit out of our way, but
Sure. Why not?
all right. Okay. Yeah, meet at the gardens. What time?
How long will it take us to get there? We should give Aximili time to actually sleep instead of harassing him continually. Let's plan
Okay, I'm
while
gonna
we're here and meet him early
Harass
afternoon.
him one more minute though. Sorry, Max. How long do you need to sleep?
Longer now. I need about 6 hours
All right.
to be fully rested. I could get by with 4.
Okay. Are we good with 6.5? Well, then we got to
That
get
takes us
there.
too
So
close to 7 p.m.
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll give him 4, and then travel time was an hour and a half or so from here to the gardens if we're flying.
That would put us at, sorry, this is just breaking out of the timeline there. It's past noon. The bus drops you guys off at noon. You guys walk to the cabin. It's already early afternoon, actually.
It's
So that
12:30, 1 o'clock, yeah.
so that would be 4 hours plus a couple hours travel time. That's 6 p.m. That's cutting it real close.
Isn't that how we do everything? I mean,
I kind of don't. I don't want to give my dad an opportunity to even get to work, preferably. That would be my. But I mean, whatever you guys think is a good plan, I'll do that. I don't want to risk it.
Zach just kind of puts his hands up and looks at Savannah.
You're muted.
Maximilian, you have an hour and a half. I'm sorry, and then we're gonna go. We'll meet him at the gardens. Tell him we'll be there at 4.
I will be grumpy.
We'll get you a 5-hour, bro. You'll be good. Yeah, meet us at the gardens at 4.
Will do. In front of the wolf?
Front gate.
Okay.
Don't even want to go in. Just front gate.
I will see then. Well, what time did you all say?
4.
That should give us enough time to get to your house, Dylan, before your dad leaves. Now, I think what we should do is just try to keep him from leaving, try to keep him from going there. Maybe we can have 2 teams, one that's just keeping Dylan's dad on his toes and moving, and another one that's going in to do the sort of tech overwrite kind of plan.
Yeah, let's move to the living room, give Max some space, and then throw some ideas around. So I could try to get into the traffic light systems and like fuck up traffic in that area. Maybe get the DOT to block off some roads.
You can do that?
Yeah, traffic systems have terrible security. Not
Where
the
do you do it
cameras and
from?
stuff, but like lights are, pretty bad.
Where do you do it from?
Just my laptop.
You can hack into the.
now?
Yeah. can
No,
you do it from
no,
here?
I have to be in town.
To hook up to the system?
Yeah, you got to get to, like one of the traffic poles, where they've got hook ends and stuff, because maintenance workers have to use this shit all the time. And then you hook in, and then you can do stuff from there. You got to get past a couple of passwords and stuff, but
That's some Mission Impossible shit.
again, I'm not looking at cameras. That stuff does have pretty decent security. I'm just talking about changing light patterns or something.
Perhaps you can do that early enough in the day on your way to the observatory, and you can get a few roads shut down, but still get yourself to the observatory well ahead of them so that you and Aximili can try to do the copying over the data and layering it in
Okay.
yours. And then I
So
think
you just want us to like make it look like there was a glitch and make it look like we copied something got copied or whatever. That was the idea. Like a mirroring.
I think Dylan, correct me if I'm wrong, that's what we want to try to do so they don't want to infest him anymore.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Like something. I hate this so much, but something that seems like it's a really simple mistake that he should have checked for.
Okay. So guy got too excited about something to look at it, and God, what if he loses his job or something? Like, do we want to do that?
I think we want to try to not make him lose his job, but
Yeah.
that would keep him safe.
Okay. Let me start doing some research. Zach, if he's got his laptop with him, he pulls his laptop out, and if not, he's going to look on his phone. And really, he's going to start looking at the kind of code that is used in, large telescope arrays or whatever, and see if he can get on some websites, GitHub and stuff, to see if there are common mistakes that are missed and stuff like that. And he's going to start trying to put together ahead of time a plan for how he's going to go in and adjust this code. So he wants it to look like something that anybody could have missed it. He probably should have double checked, but something that's understandable, so he's not a total moron. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that is an obvious error that someone else during this meeting will go, oh, well, that's obviously this is a copy of your original data. This is wrong.
You can give me an investigation check with advantage because you're good on computers.
Okay.
So crit 1.
20.
You have disadvantage because you're...
Yeah. So why'd you give me advantage, Austin?
Well, I didn't know it was going to be
a straight
crit
roll.
1. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Crit 1.
You start to, look up different stuff about the telescope and try to figure out, how you can make this mistake look believable. And it leads you down a path to where you're almost to where you got to hack into stuff to see, you just basically fall down a rabbit hole during this and research and stuff. You actually hack into one of the databases for the observatory and you mess up and they block your computer out. Your IP or your whatever on your computer is now a known, a red flag. Yeah.
Great. I guess I didn't have a VPN active, some kind of idiot.
I mean, you probably did. It's just, maybe they're just that good.
Zach just kind of closes his laptop and goes, okay, well, I won't be able to use my computer. Not for this. I can still try to do it with the traffic thing.
Okay, so another stipulation of this plan is you must have your laptop with you at all times?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
I might be able to do stuff in there on their computers. So, that's fine. But it would have been nice to do it without having to go in the building.
I think there's no getting around. We have to probably go in the building.
Oh, for sure now. Yeah.
Plus, if we can keep my dad home, I guess if I can keep my dad home, you guys can get in and see who he was going to meet with.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Maybe not super relevant right now, but I did notice that there was a person in the Chapman's house last night, and it seemed like he was going into that office that you described. Just,
Okay.
I know, that's a side thing, but I did notice it yesterday, and I figured I should let you know.
Interesting.
Yeah, they weren't home. Oh, and their house is for sale now.
I wonder if they're dismantling the underground communications area.
Oh, yeah, they could be. Maybe it was a maintenance guy. That's what you're thinking?
Potentially.
Yeah.
Voice in head, does Dylan know the Chapmans? Or at least
No, of
Officer
them.
Chapman?
Officer Chapman. You have seen Officer Chapman, I believe. I want to say it was somewhere.
We've seen them at the Yeerk pool. We've seen both.
Yeah, he and his
Oh
wife
yeah,
were both
you
in the
did.
pool.
So if the rest of them pointed it out, then yeah.
I don't think at the time though we went, oh hey, that's the Chapmans.
I think there's conversations you guys definitely have that is outside of the game, that we play, and Chapman's a pretty important, player. I feel like they would have clued you in some way.
Yeah, I just didn't know if she knew him from before.
minimum, Dylan would know the name at this point.
Yeah.
You may
I
have
mean-
heard that he was Chief Chapman and then connected the dots, but I don't think you've ever met him.
Okay, cool.
Dylan, I don't think you should be at home with your dad alone trying to keep him away. I think 2 people minimum would be great. I think you and Cameron at least. Do you want me to stay with you and help with your dad, keeping him away?
I think that no, me and Cameron can do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, just so I'm clear, Dylan, are you going to be there as yourself?
At home?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Is that the best approach, do you think? Like, do you want your dad thinking that you're trying to keep him from going to this thing?
No, of course I don't want him to think that I'm trying to keep him away from it. But I gotta. I mean,
I'm just, if he catches on or anything, I don't want him to be able to put the blame directly on you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he's gonna catch on.
Okay. All right. Just putting out all considerations,
Mm-hmm.
And we can also have Cameron doing other things that are outside of just what Dylan's going to be doing.
Yeah, I could
Yeah, for sure.
pop his tires or something.
Yes?
That's a thing you could do, actually. Yeah.
Dylan, if you hit his phone, then he wouldn't be able to call an Uber after that. And he'd
Okay,
kind of be
yeah.
stuck.
That's true.
How close are you to a bus stop? Like, or is there
Pretty
a bus
close.
that runs that night?
I don't know if it runs.
I mean, that late at night is what I meant.
Dylan, I would think you know that after midnight, all the buses around Ocean Grove stop, and the only way to get around is the Midnight Swan.
Mhm.
It's a ferry.
Alright.
So, like, Zach looks up a bus
But-
schedule for the bus stop near Dylan's house.
Yeah, even if he can get a bus, if you mess with the traffic lights and create a big traffic jam, he's still not going to get there in time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, you'd have to walk, and that would take forever.
Yeah. I'm also thinking, like, if you can delay him just enough to miss a certain bus, then he wouldn't be able to get to the next bus in time and,
Mhm.
whatever. So, how often do buses leave from the stop by their house?
We'll say the other buses run every hour, like the ones
Okay.
throughout the city.
So he would need to be on a bus by 8 to make it there
In order to
time,
make
'cause
it
it's
to the meeting.
Yeah. Oh, no, because it's going to be there's travel time, too.
Dylan, you
Oh, no,
do
so it'd be the
remember
8 o'clock.
he said that he was going in at around 7. The meeting is
Yeah.
around 9. Yeah.
Right, we're saying the last chance that he has to get there
Oh, okay.
and make the meeting at all
I
is
see what you're
8
saying.
o'clock. So you'd have to delay him. It looks like, according to this, you'd have to delay him past the. There's a bus that leaves at like 8:04 from your bus stop. That's the one that you would have to keep him past. So after that, you're home free. If you can hide his phone, and Cameron takes care of his tires. He doesn't
If we need to.
rollerblade or
Yeah.
anything, right? Like,
Do we think Chad could help us take out another subset of stoplights?
probably,
We should text him.
yeah. I'll tell him to meet me. If I'm going to do stuff with the traffic lights, I probably need to leave before we're going to meet the Chi.
Okay.
So I'll probably be heading back soon. So I'll tell him to meet me at the Starbucks at the mall, probably around, what time is it? And he like checks the time. It's what, 1?
Yeah, we'll just call it 1 right now.
I'm going to say he needs to meet me by like 2:45. I need to leave in about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, Chad thumbs up, likes your messages, and says, "I'll be there."
Okay.
Bart too, just so he's not left out.
Yeah, I'll tell him to grab Bart. As I'm doing that, I'm gonna look at Savannah and be like, do you want to talk about Bart at all? Maybe not right now, but
I do, but not in the way you think.
oh,
You know how in past wars and things like that, there is a cyanide pill, a last-ditch kind of effort?
yeah.
What would you guys think about giving them each a black crystal in case they got caught as one last-ditch effort to get out of there?
Whoa.
What's a black crystal?
A crystal from... Do you remember those? From the launchers?
Oh, that thing. He looks over at Zac. You took one of those things. You got real big and strong.
Is that a black one?
The black ones are strength, I believe. We can check the
So
list again to make sure.
It gives them something to take in case they need it.
Exactly.
Okay.
They could
For a
get out of
second,
the
I was thinking it
situation.
might have been a cyanide pill. I forgot
No,
what colors
apologies.
were what.
It was the concept, not the actuality.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's probably a great idea. I'm
Yeah.
more and more leaning towards like people that know need a way to defend themselves rather than just being out on their own. That's why I'm like not super worried about Grant because I know that he can morph and he can get away and he's an asshole, but he's not stupid.
I'm not worried
So,
about
like-
him getting hurt. I'm worried about him
No,
bringing down.
I'm worried
shit
about him
on
getting
us.
caught. Yeah. Same page. If he gets caught, then it's a problem, but he can morph and get out of situations. And I'm like, some kind of defense would be good. So, yeah, black crystals. Maybe the same idea for Katie, even though she's going to be with the Chi, hopefully. But,
We only have 3.
yeah. I've already got my big get strong pill, so.
Okay.
And he, like, slightly morphs into kombucha just so you can see the orange hair and it comes back out.
Right. Maybe you should take those crystals today if you can. If you can.
Yeah, I
carry
can do
them.
that.
I was just thinking, how are we going to get back to them in time? We're going to have to morph.
Yeah.
Just something to keep in mind. I guess if we're taking things back.
Your guys, you're not going to be able to take a bus.
Nope. We all have to morph.
Well, yeah, you won't be able to get back in time. Shit. This is why I need a pelican. Because then I could carry all our stuff.
We could go get one.
We got time right now? I don't think we do.
Might be on the way.
Zac tries to do some math. It's like, I don't see how we could. We're just going to have to come back here at the end of the night. Matter of fact, I'll stay here tonight. And he like texts his dad and says, staying over at Savannah's, I'll be safe. And then in the second message, he just writes, trust me.
A few minutes later, you get a text back that says, okay, be safe. We love you. And then immediately after, your phone rings, and it's your dad's cell phone calling you.
He like just kind of steps out of the room real quick and goes, hey, Dad, what's up?
Nothing. You don't hear anything back for a second. And then you hear some like rustling off in the distance, and you hear muffled voices saying, yeah, he's not coming home tonight, sweetie. We have the house all to ourselves.
Lick.
Man, I wish it was 2 and I could end it right there, but I.
Fucking gross.
There are days that, like, you just realize Austin is the most malicious GM that's ever existed.
I've done it.
God. Anyway, Zac goes back in the room. False alarm.
Thank
Are
you
they
for
okay?
leaving my bedroom again.
I stepped into the hallway. I didn't
Okay.
go into the dining room.
I'll cut that one out too then.
Thank you. Right, so I can come back here tonight. I'll take the shift, so to speak.
Okay.
Although, if anybody asks, Van, I'm at your house.
Absolutely.
So I'll leave my shit here. It's fine. All right, I kind of got a veil. Where are those crystals at?
Oh, they're in Axe's. I'll go in there. He can be mad at me, and she'll go grab them.
Yeah, as you rustle through the bags, one of the stalk eyes is open and staring at you as you look up. I guess
She
it is
will
time.
pretend not to notice.
Makes a little mad, like a little angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Zac kind of just grabs those. He's like already taking off his outer clothing and kind of like folding it up neatly and putting it on a table or whatever. I think I can handle Chad and Bart by myself.
Yes.
And I'll talk to Chad, and he and I can work on the traffic system thing. Try to get something going. Just let Axe sleep until you guys leave for the gardens.
Yes. Please stress to Chad and Bart that this is a last-ditch scenario, and we really can't give
Yeah.
them any more of these.
Yeah, I will. I think I can convince him, but you know, I can't control what they do. So,
I know.
all right. Later. See you at the gardens. 4:00. And he steps out to the porch and starts morphing Red Tail.
Okay.
And kind of steps on each crystal, grabs it with his talons, and then takes off. He's got one in each talon.
Yeah, they're not too heavy. They're not heavy at all. So you
Okay.
take off with them. And you head back towards the city.
To the mall.
Yeah. We'll stay, though, at the cabin. Cameron looks like he's just getting up, starting to stretch like he's getting ready. And he says, "So, here we go."
Yep. Here we go.
We got this. Dylan, I'll be ready. I'll be outside whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
He kind of like
She's gonna.
pats Savannah as he walks out.
I think once he's walking out, Savannah's going to kind of turn towards Dylan and not like aggressively cut her off, but just like block her for a quick second from going outside and just saying, remember, small, we are making sure he's not getting there. We're not going to be making any life-altering, massive decisions tonight to stop your dad from going there. We've got this. We're going to keep him safe.
Dylan's kind of got her hands in her pockets, and she's like, no explosions. Yep. Not blowing up any schools today. Got it.
Not just that. You too.
Not blowing me up. Got it.
Right. No drugs.
I won't do any drugs. Got it.
Minor explosions are probably okay.
Oh, sweet. I might do a few of those. But I won't do any drugs.
Great.
And she's gonna start to walk out. And she's gonna get to the door and like sort of turn around and be like, do you know if Katie's okay?
We're working on it. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. And she starts to turn around again, and she turns back, and she's like, she's kind of the only one who stayed friends with me throughout everything. So, like, anything, if she needs anything, and she just turns and walks out.
Savannah will just let her go.
Dylan, as you walk outside, you see an osprey kind of preening his feathers, just standing in this clearing in front of the cabin. He looks up when you come out.
Dylan's gonna pull her hands out of her pocket and then like reach down to take off her shoe, and I'm probably gonna have to sleight of hand this. Stick the baggie underneath her foot.
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand as he watches with his osprey eyes.
Yeah, for real. Damn it.
Are you exhausted yet?
I think I have one level.
All right. So it'll be at disadvantage. So he's gonna roll. He has to roll under a 7, and he gets advantage. As he's looking at you, and you go to slip this in your shoe, you drop it right on the ground in front of you, and he looks at it, and he looks at you, and he says, "Savannah, you need to come out here."
Dylan snatches it off the ground real fast.
Savannah will, at that tone, hurry outside.
And as you exit out, you see Dylan standing up, and actually, I think even though it's early, that's ending there is a good time to leave on a cliffhanger. So I think we're just gonna stop here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it, Austin?
My God!